It's Mo Osman, and first team manager, and also F2 Football Academy on a Monday night with the kids. Thanks for talking to us, Mo. Could you say a few words about your experiences at Wivenhoe Town?
The community is now coming together. It's been a long, hard slug at it, but as you can see from the children behind me, we've got about 30 to 40 children here with several coaches trying to develop the children for the future. First team have now come together, but the important thing for us is to obviously keep developing the children right from an early age, all the way through our youth system, through our academy, to represent us in the first team in the future.
Just one thing, Mo. Obviously, the results didn't really go well last year, but it's all seemed to have come together. What's been the most important thing for you that kept you keep going?
The important thing for me, I think matches are won and lost on a training ground, and last year the important thing was to get the boys through the season, not necessarily results, get to have a good, decent pre-season. Like I said, on the training ground we've worked very, very hard, and full credit to the players, which is why they're seeing the results come through now.
And what would you say the main difference is? Obviously you look after a lot of the kids on a Monday night, and what really do you get from that? I
think just pure inspiration from such a young age to see them now wanting to be involved in our club, seeing young players, because we have got one of the younger squads in the league, and I think they can see that, and the parents can see that, so it gives them a little bit of belief that they can play at this level or higher.
Kurt Lamont, who trains the under-7s and everybody below that. Hello, Kurt.
Hi, right.
Why do you think this is important for the community?
I think it brings the community together and the kids love it, and obviously hopefully improving their skills, so maybe in the future they can play for the first team here.
Brilliant. And this is the under-7s and 6s, of course. Lads will say, Wivenhoe Town? Who don't like football? Who does like football? And this is the under-7s, come here every Saturday, so this is as many as there are. Who's 6? Put your hand up. Anyone 5? No 5s. Is there a 5? Oh, someone at the back who we can't quite see. Thank you very much. Bye. Here's some of the youngest members of our community. All right, chaps? This is Roman, Oscar and George. Just a quick question, lads. Why do you like coming to Wivenhoe Town?
Because it's brilliant. Yeah, it's so cool.
What else?
So cool.
What's the best bit? What bits do you enjoy on a match day?
Watching football. I like being with friends.
Being with friends? And what about you, Oscar?
In defence.
In defence? So
I like being in the middle.
You like being in the middle?
Winning all our matches.
Winning all the matches? Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, winning trophies. Yeah, we're winning trophies. Like this one up there. Yeah.
Oh, Oscar disappeared then.
There's more up there. Yeah.
And one day, listen lads, would you like to play for the first team?
Yeah.
And earn money? Or or would you rather play with your friends?
No. No, we want to earn money.
You want to earn money? Alright lads.
Yes, I love my money.
Thank you very much.
I love my money.
Alright chaps, who's going to win today?
Us. Wivenhoe.
And what score?
3-1. 100-0.
100-0. I think we've got...
beyond nil.
Cheers chaps, thank you, goodbye.
Absolutely, I mean this is a community club, you know, and the way that the management are taking it now is where it should be going. And let's just hope we get some cooperation from the council so that they can make the dreams of the Wivenhoe Town supporters and the community come true.
Thank you, Richard Oryx. Margaret,
yeah.
How have you enjoyed the change at Wivenhoe Town?
Greatly.
And what's been the main point for you?
Well, I think that they're doing well and the boys are sticking together, but where they could have gone elsewhere, but the nucleus of them are put together.
And how about the children that come up here? Is that a good sign, or?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a good sign, yeah. There's loads of children about there all enjoying themselves. Parents are bringing them up.
And what's been the highlight of the whole time for you, if you could pick one time?
To think that the team have stuck together and the club is still playing.
Brilliant. Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you.
Luke Rogers and Will Fall. Luke, just tell us how you come, and Wilf obviously, how you come through from Wivenhoe Youth to play for Wivenhoe Town.
Yeah, I started off playing for Wivenhoe from like as young as I can remember, and then just ended up here really.
And Wilf, same story?
Yeah, I was a Wivenhoe boy, so I played through the youth system the whole way and then into reserves and eventually hopefully to the first team.
And how did it used to make you feel when players used to come from miles away and you probably didn't even get a chance? Is it good to be playing now?
Yeah, it does feel good to be playing now because obviously we've come up from being young, been through the reserves and then finally made it to the first team.
Do you think the model will work to bring more players through from the youth?
Yeah, it should do. It's going well this season.
And why, if other bigger clubs or money comes on board, would you be more likely to go to them, or is it good to play for your own town club?
Well, I'm enjoying it here at the moment, so I'd like to stay here, really.
Wilf?
Yeah, they've got a good system here, so I'm happy playing here.
Brilliant, thanks a lot.
We've also realised that we need to be more diverse across the whole site. We have begun a pilot from the allotment space, working with Transition Wivenhoe. It's important that we try to invite other organisations down to Broad Lane. This will ensure that there is a real sense of community.
And this is the proposed site of the allotment plan which we've got, which as you can see, we've sort of cordoned off and cleared this area with a hard standing. This is going to be where the Avenue Play Group. There's a little gate in the corner and there's obviously a bag of earth there, and the plan is, because it's fully portable, is that we use the bags of earth in order to garden. This is the pilot scheme, but hopefully if it takes off we can approach all the land around the edge of the car park, which is currently redundant, to perhaps create 80 allotment plots, which is the equivalent to the amount of people which are currently on the Wivenhoe waiting list for allotment sites.
This is Marie from the Avenue Playgroup in Wivenhoe. Marie, do you think that the community feel involved at Broad Lane?
I think they're beginning to. I think the new allotment initiative has been really important in getting people from around the community to feel involved. It's not just about football, so it's beginning to open the doors to them and make them feel part of it.
Okay. And from your experiences, do you believe that the football club wants to embrace the Avenue Playgroup?
Absolutely. I think we have a really close relationship with them. We're really, really pleased to be working on the allotments with them. It's a fantastic idea and it's opened up another outdoor space for our children. It's really important that they're able to access outdoor space, and it just adds another dimension to their learning and their curriculum, so absolutely.
Could you explain the Avenue's relationship with Wivenhoe Town and your views around the club looking at opening up its doors to encourage more social and diverse activities?
I think that our relationship is good. We have a good, close relationship. I think for us at the Avenue, it's really important that we're going to be able to utilise the space, like the hall there. It's effectively going to be like a village hall to us, because I mean we don't have one in Wivenhoe. We can use it for fundraising events. We often hold like bingo nights and things to raise funds for the playgroup. And I just think the whole community need to know that this is there for them and start using it. It's fantastic, and I'm really excited by the prospect and the plans for it growing in the future.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you for your time.
No worries.
Carl Callan, Chairman of Wivenhoe Town. Carl, could you just tell us a little bit about how you got involved with Wivenhoe Town?
Got involved about 2 years ago. Got involved because the club needed a bit of help in management of the club, and I was phoned up by a friend who asked me to come up to a meeting, and so I came up to the meeting to give my services for their meeting and for their club, and really got involved. In fact, I think this is the room which actually made me get involved. Actually, offered to paint this room, and as I started painting it, looked at some of the pictures, as you can see in the background, and realised it wasn't just a small club, it was quite a big club, a big part of this community, and realised it had been here for 90 odd years, and thought, well, I can't let something like that go. It's part of our heritage, and it's something for our kids to aspire to, and you can't just let something like that go. So that's why I got involved.
And we've had our ups and downs over the time. What would you say the main thing that's kept you going?
The main thing that's kept me going, I think, are most of the people who's got involved with the club. I mean, if they didn't get involved and people didn't want to know the club, people didn't want to get involved at all, I would have just left it personally. But they do. They clearly are interested. They clearly, in the beginning, they bought the thing with the council. They bought it. They invested their money for the community. And at the end of the day, what a resource it is for the community. I mean, what do we want our children to do? Do we want to play sport, or do we want to see them sitting outside shops drinking Alco Pops? I'd much rather than being here, and that's And that's what we're trying to do. We're opening the doors, not just for kids, but for everyone. And they're open, and people just using the place. And that's what it's about. Strangely enough, now they are using the place, I find it ironic how people want to close it down. In the past, when it was misused and neglected, they were happy. Now it's not misused and it's not neglected and it's used for what it was supposed to be for. They want to close it down. It really doesn't make sense to me.
And if you had a magic wand and maybe could create your own personal future for the club, what would that be?
The club has to control its own destiny. The club has to remain as a community club. That's what it's here for. It's here for all the people, no matter what their age, background or whatever. At the end of the day, it needs to control its own destiny without interruption from people who just talk and do very little.
Brilliant. Thank you, Carl Cullen. Thanks a lot. But this is just the beginning. We have so much more to offer than just a football club. Yes, we may have sometimes made mistakes. We want to embrace the community and hope that the results will ensure we have a future. We've documented the past. However, now it's our time for the future. We do really have so much of a future to look forward to. This is no longer just a football club. It's part of everybody's community.
Like dolphins can swim.